Hello Pisces, and welcome to your reading for the week of March 5th through 18th, 2024. Really, it's more than a week. I've started to change up the way I do these readings. I think I've mentioned it in some previous videos. Rather than trying to do 12 videos in a week, and then you guys especially always seem to be stuck at the end and get the last ones that I actually end up putting up, I've just decided I'm going to do 6 signs a week. And so every other week there will be a reading. Aries through Virgo will be 1 week, and then Libra through Pisces will be another week. So I've changed things up in the way I'm doing it. If you are new to this channel, welcome. I do hope you find these readings enlightening. And of course, if you are returning to this channel, welcome back. Again, I hope this is a good reading for everybody for this week. It's a reading for you if you are Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising, or have some other significant Pisces placement in your chart. This is a full horoscope spread that I'm doing, so I base it on the houses of astrology. And I have 2 decks that I use. I use the Way of Cartouche deck by Marie Hope, which is somebody had actually recently asked me about how expensive this deck was, and I said, yeah, it's out of print now, so it's very hard to get this. There is actually a site online though. For people who are interested, I can try to put in the description a place where apparently if you have a means of printing them off, you can actually print copies of your own cards and make your own cards if you want to. And they do actually have kind of a guide to understanding the meanings of the cards with it. So because these things are out of print, if people have the means to make their own and print them out and do something with them, but maybe laminate them or whatever. So yeah, these cards are hard to get now. So apologies to those of you who have wanted to use these. They tend to be very, very expensive when you find them online now. And okay, but we're going to clarify Cartouche with a tarot deck, and this is the Crowley Thoth deck. This is the one I'm using this week, and I always follow up with an oracle, and this week I'm going to be using the Norse runes. For those of you who wonder why I use Cartouche as my base reading, I've been working with Cartouche since 1987, so back when you actually could get it very readily. So I am just extremely comfortable with this system, and it speaks to me very well. So I always like to use it in conjunction with tarot or just by itself. So I do read with that. If you like this video, definitely give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and if you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit the notification bell, because when things do change, like my reading schedule, then you will always know when the videos are coming out. And I do have some links in the description box below to both my website, social media, and other things if those are of interest to you, if my other work is of interest to you. So, okay, let's start at the beginning here. So Pisces, first house here is a house of Aries energy. So this has to do with your personality, how you present yourself to the world, how others see you. And we have Anubis with the 2 of Wands. Okay, so I feel like you are at a point of, you've been doing some preparation work here. I mean, Anubis is definitely somebody who is, this is definitely a card of protection, of self-protection, but not in the sense of being necessarily closed off from everybody. I feel like Anubis energy is very friendly. It's very diplomatic. Okay, so sometimes this comes up when we feel a need to try to meet people halfway or to be diplomatic in certain situations. Or maybe we're just protective of ourselves. Maybe we're kind of, withdrawing into our shell a little bit and saying, hey, I need a timeout to protect my ego a little bit. And we have it with this 2 of Wands. This could be because there are decisions to be made right now. Maybe you're trying to decide what your new direction is. I mean, this is called the card of Dominion. So it does definitely indicate that you are in a very strong position right now, but there's definitely a need to decide what's happening next. Anubis, though, also has to do with very clear thinking. So I feel like there may be certain situations, if you feel like you're being delusional or something like that. Anubis is usually a card indicating no delusion. So that's a very good card to come up in the first house if you have been in doubt about whether or not you're seeing things very clearly. Second house is Taurus energy. This has to do with your finances. And we've got Pyramid with the 10 of Wands here. So this is a card of oppression, and this says to me that finances may have been a great burden to you right now. Maybe maybe you're one of those people who has to work 2 or 3 jobs, or maybe you just agreed to take on too much of something, because when the 10 of Wands comes up, there's an indication that you are drained, you are way overburdened, and you need to put something down. Sometimes this comes up a lot of times that there's a challenge here. So it may be a situation where you feel like, well, I can't drop any of these right now. I have to see what I have to see every single piece of what I'm holding right now. I have to either finish or resolve or see through. I can't just drop it or give it to someone else. But I do feel like whatever's going on here may be a drain on you and your energy, and you may need to think about, at the very least, how you can reprioritize the load that you have. And it could just be that finances have been a worry. Pyramid, though, also, if those of you who are having financial trouble right now, it does seem to indicate good news eventually, that there will be a solution. But there could be a lot of stress right now. But tens definitely are saying that you are near the end of a cycle of something. So I feel like if you're having this kind of difficulty, there's going to be some way of resolving this very soon. Okay. Third house is Gemini energy. This has to do with messages, communications. If you're employed, this could be self-employment. This is a house of self-effort. It has to do with short distance travel and also brother and sister relationships. Okay, so we have Ta with the Three of Swords. Now, Three of Swords, Ta's a very strong work card, first of all. This is strong Capricorn energy, and it may have to do with you're working or trying to build something. Maybe you're trying to build a business. Maybe this has to do with building a family relationship. Maybe if there's been difficulties between brothers and sisters, maybe this is about trying to build something up. Has also very strong masculine energy top. So this could literally be about a male figure of some kind. But we have the Three of Swords here. So there's definitely this sense of sorrow. There is and that's what this card is called. So I feel like there's been maybe a split with somebody. I don't know if there's an argument, if there's a breakup, just a separation of paths with somebody. Or maybe a situation where you just feel like maybe you're not getting the messages that you need, that you feel isolated, okay? So I feel like maybe you're trying to build something right now, but you may feel like you're a bit cut off from something. So if this is about a business, this may be saying that you need to get out of isolation and be out more, making yourself more visible. That is a possibility here. But it could also be that there has been some kind of a breakup or a disconnect of some kind with somebody, or some kind of sorrow connected to that. And again, this could be what it's connected to. It could be connected to a particular person, could be connected to a project or something you're trying to build. But I always feel when Capricorn energy comes up, it's almost like, even with as things split off or as things go, we go through this healing process and we just keep kind of chipping away at things a little bit at a time. So again, it's going to depend on what this is for you, because with a general reading, it's going to be different for everybody. But as we move through, the reasons for this might become clearer. Okay, so let's go to the fourth house. This is Cancer energy. Cancer has to do with your home, your family. It can have to do with your physical home as well as your own sense of security, say, of feeling at home. It can also have to do with the mother. Okay, so we have Sirius with the Four of Pentacles. So, or the Four of Discs, either, however you prefer to say that. The Four of Discs, I feel like, okay, this is a card, they call this the Power card. Again, there's this idea of trying to build a foundation. But Four of Pentacles tends to show up when we feel like we have to hang on to what we've got. That we, whatever it is that we've built up, we need to hold on to it. And to have it with Sirius, again, there's this very strong physical element to Sirius. This could be about literally using physical strength for something. Or having to do with one's physical fitness or something. There's, I don't know. There's definitely sort of this idea of trying to find strength in either home or family or building something up. Maybe if there's a change that you're looking to make, maybe you feel like you can't make that change right now. Like if you want to make a move or something, this would definitely indicate kind of staying put. Again, like we had that Anubis energy in the first house here. This is this may be about trying to protect yourself or trying to kind of, just hang on to the familiar and what you have in your home environment. The fact that you have it with Sirius, though, Sirius is also a card of expanding your mental energy. So this may be a situation where you need to think outside the box. You may not, you may seem like you need to hang on to what you've got right now. But it could be that if you strategically let go of a certain thing, and again, we're seeing that over here too, this idea that something needs to be let go. Think a bit creatively about what you might change or let go of that will help you move from a state where you feel like you're stuck or you have to stay put and just hang on to whatever it is that you have, into moving towards something else. There's the idea here that there may be a creative solution here. Okay. Excuse me. Fifth house is Leo energy. Leo has to do with creativity. It can have to do with love affairs. So if you're somebody dating or single and looking to date, that would be an element there. Or if you're involved in a casual relationship, or even not so casual, but maybe just unlegalized. And also with children, so if children are a factor anywhere, whether it's your children or somebody else's children, or maybe the idea of even having a child would fall into this house, as well as recreation. Okay, so we have Horus with the Prince of Discs. So Prince of Discs is, again, there's a very strong, Prince of Discs there's like a King of Pentacles energy here, so this would be somebody who's very good with money, finances, business, maybe also somebody who's very focused on physical fitness right now. Okay, this could be somebody who engaged in sport of some kind when we see this particular card. Okay, so there's a very strong security here. Now, this could be a reference to a partner. So if you have a partner, whether male or female or whatever, whoever it is, this could be somebody, could be an earth sign person, which would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. It could also be it could be that your partner is just somebody who provides either financial stability or some other kind of nourishment or stability. But we definitely have this strong, a strong, very steady earth energy here in the fifth house. And you have it with Horus. So Horus can have to do with health and healing. In the fifth house, this does tend to do with creativity as well. It is the card connected to Leo energy in the house of Leo, so that's very, very good. So if you are working on a creative project, I would suggest that you are perhaps maybe working on something and maybe needing to consider the practical side of things. That could be part of it, like looking into. So if you're an artist or you're a music, whatever it is that you do, it doesn't have to be art, but whatever creative thing you might be doing, if you are looking to, say, turn that into an income source or something like that, then this may be saying, there may be the content creation aspect and then also the business aspect that you may be looking at here. It could also just be that you have a partner who's very, very creative. Horus can sometimes also indicate a strong family influence on something as well. So, not sure, but take it as it resonates. I do feel like for people who are trying to, again, I feel like there's a strong energy of you trying to build something. I do feel like with practical steps that, there's going to be, there's going to be success there. Or this could represent a person here who is just provides this healing and maybe the stability for you. Sixth house is Virgo energy. Virgo has to do with health and healing. It can have to do with a job. It's the house of service. So it's either work you're doing for pay or not for pay. It could be volunteer work. Sometimes domestic animals and pets fit into this category if you feel that applies to you. And also it's the house of worries and anxieties. So, okay, so we have Hathor with the universe. Again, we have this idea of bringing something to a close. The universe is the last card of the deck. And you do have this energy, this 10 of Wands energy over here as well. So I don't know, something may be coming to a successful conclusion. Now, with Hathor here, there's a few possibilities. If this has to do with health, then Hathor would indicate, focusing on food, nutrition, and good nourishment would be the angle that would be taking. So you may be in a situation like, if I'm seeing a lot of cards about physical stuff, and even the Prince of Disc has an element of that. Maybe you are somebody who right now is focused on diet and exercise and making those kinds of changes. Could be, doesn't have to be. This can also be somebody who is in some kind of profession that is related to what we tend to think of as feminine things. So either related to something like aesthetics. So anything connected to Venus. So someone who's a beautician or a hairdresser or a massage therapist or an esthetician, or somebody who's involved in fashion or something to do or with baking or something. You know what I mean? All the things that were traditionally considered quote unquote feminine, domestic in that sense. And so it's quite possible that you have a job connected to that. This could also be a female person. Like we have this male person over here in the third house potentially. So now we have a female person over here. And whether this, again, this could be you as well. And it doesn't even have to be a person who is female. It can just be somebody, this could just be strong feminine energy. And when we say feminine, we can indicate that way in which we manage things. You know, it does have to do with that sort of empress type energy of growth, abundance, planting seeds, nurturing something. But also it can have to do with passivity, kind of stepping back a little bit. But I also feel like there's a strong Virgo component to this card. So this card literally may be telling you that you need to finish something up and you need to get organized. Because Hathor is also a strong card of efficiency and organization. Has that, it's in the Virgo house, and that's the Virgo aspect of it. So it's going to be different for different people. That's why I'm throwing all these possible interpretations out. So take the ones that apply and leave the rest in a general reading. But yeah, but Hathor here, I feel like there's either some kind of a health situation where, you know, that maybe something is changing or coming to a close, or perhaps there is a job situation, or maybe something even that you've just been worried or concerned about that may be coming to an end, and maybe right now it's requiring you to get organized. So that would be the most general meaning, I would think. Now we have the 7th house. This is Libra energy, and Libra has to do with relationships. So, and this would be more legalized partnerships. Like this has to do with unlegalized relationships or love affairs. This house has to do with marriages or other kinds of legal domestic partnerships. It can have to do with business partnerships, anything in which there may be a contract or legal partnership involved. Okay, so we have Bast with the Death card. And so Bast has Aquarian energy to it as well. But it can also have to do, I don't know, Bast is somebody who likes to have attention. It is definitely a card of happiness. It's a very social card. It's kind of that give as you wish to receive kind of energy, or following your intuition on something. And I feel like in this house, I mean, it could be talking about a relationship that is happy, or a relationship in which maybe, attention or being seen or something was maybe part of the equation or part of the issue. Either you or your partner may be feeling that way. It could also just be saying it's a situation where you need to rely on your intuition to figure out what's going on. But we do have it with the scorpionic death energy. So for some people, yeah, the fact that I see the 3 of Swords here, I do wonder if there's some kind of a partnership, whether it's a marriage or a business partnership. I mean, the fact that I'm seeing this over here, this could be a business relationship that comes to an end. And also the fact that I'm seeing this card of ending here, the World, in terms of work. There could be, for somebody who's watching this, some kind of a business partnership or negotiation that's coming to an end. Maybe for some people it's a marriage or legalized relationship. Maybe there's an ending there. But an ending doesn't, the fact that I'm seeing this 3 of Sword energy and so forth, I do feel like that is what it means. But for some people, if you're saying, no, I'm still happily in a relationship, nothing's changed, we're not splitting up, everything's fine, then this could just indicate that there's going to be a significant change or transformation. And maybe it's something that is felt right now rather than seen. So like on the surface, you may have something where things look like they're okay, but the Scorpio energy is very deep. So there could be some kind of changes going on beneath the surface, so to speak, in a relationship situation. The 8th house, speaking of Scorpio energy, yeah, this is a house of transformation and also of joint finances. And yeah, you've got Seth here. So yeah, the fact that I'm seeing death here, that I'm seeing this card here, I do feel like there's something here that is certainly presenting a challenge. This may be connected to finances because we are seeing a lot of stress in the financial sector. So maybe this is a joint financial thing. If there is perhaps a divorce in the offing for somebody, or a business partnership that is dissolving, then yeah, there may be this worry about anxiety about what this is going to mean for the future. We have it with Sphinx. So Sphinx, again, has this wait and see kind of energy, which is interesting. It seems to be saying either there's something secret, something that's not being told right now, or it may be indicating that you need to, there's more information to come. And the fact that you have it with this Priestess card, the Priestess, again, has this strong, it's something hidden behind the veil, something that you're not seeing. So I feel like right now, perhaps you are feeling stressed. Maybe you're feeling something's a bust, or that there's some kind of a crisis that's incoming. But the fact that I see it with these particular cards indicates to me that there's more than meets the eye in a particular change that's going on here. Because yeah, there's definitely the sense of like that on the surface things seem to be kind of operational and moving and okay, but something is definitely ending or has come to an end. Whether that be a relationship ending or the end of some particular kind of a situation in your life. But yeah, I mean, you've got a lot of cards of endings here and of also what's next, like not really being revealed right now. There's definitely a sense that it may not be a time to take action on something. There's definitely a strong sense of needing to follow your intuition on things. But it does seem like something is hidden and waiting to be revealed right now. And I was going to look for this card. Yeah, this is the very next one in your house of Sagittarius energy, which has to do with expansion, travel. It has to do with higher education, educational institutions, furthering your education, and also deep thoughts or beliefs. Yeah, you have Nephthys here. This is the other card of something happening where we don't have all the information yet. Okay, so whether this has to do with specifically with travel or somebody who's at a distance, or whether this has to do with just being able to expand your horizons in whatever way you choose. If you work in education, it would have to do with that. Or if you are involved in something, that is of spiritual nature, it may have to do with that. But it can also just be the way in which you more generally want to branch out or maybe move or move on. If I'm looking down here again, yeah, there's this idea of staying put here and not moving. So if the idea of moving is on the table, and I mean, we do have this Prince of Wands here. So Prince of Wands, I mean, you have this moving chariot, but I feel like if that's that movement or expansion, whatever that is, whatever form it's going to take for you, it's not here yet. Okay, but this is your own energy. This is Pisces energy, Neptune energy, and so there's definitely a lack of clarity about something here, and there's definitely some holdup, some you're ready to move here. I mean, the Prince of Wands to me is somebody who is determined to move ahead, determined to get their way. Okay, but for right now, it may just be that you need to wait before you're able to take this kind of action right now. Yeah, and 10th house, Capricorn energy. This is about your career, fame, reputation. We have the fire card. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of fire energy. You've got the 2 of Wands here. You've got the 10 of Wands here. You've got the Prince of Wands here. You've got the fire card here. You're definitely fired up with something connected to your career, to travel, to your finances. There's something that's going on, but there's been some kind of a breaking off of some kind of liaison, relationship, or situation that is throwing a wrench into the works, as it were. So fire definitely indicates that you are looking for inspiration to solve a problem. But you have Capricorn energy here. This is the devil, and the devil is Capricorn energy. So again, and you've got Capricorn energy down here as well, connected to work or business. So when the devil card shows up, it often indicates a situation where we may be tied to a particular person, situation, or way of thinking. So it could be that if there has been some kind of a breaking off from somebody or a disconnect, ultimately this may be something that's good for you because you may be ending something that is either holding you back or is toxic in some fashion. It may be saying, perhaps you believe, though, if this is a business arrangement, that maybe that you may think, well, this is it. This is a crisis. I need this person. I need this situation. I need this job. I need this. This is a... But this would be saying that maybe there's a tie to this person. Maybe this person has an attachment to your money and isn't letting you move ahead. I don't know. It's going to be different for different people. But there's definitely a strong attachment, whether it is a relationship that's ending here, that you feel that ending is going to be problematic. Maybe you still feel tied to that person or situation. But this is saying that whatever it is, it's something that there's a toxicity to it, that it needs to end and you need to let go of it. And you will find a way to burn up the rubbish and resolve the problem, as this says. Okay, let's look at your house, Aquarian house, house of friendship. Your hopes and wishes and goals, also your networks. Okay, so we have Earth here. So Earth definitely indicates monies or finances that may be coming from a partnership. Okay, so, and I don't feel it's necessarily the same one. maybe somebody in your friend group or in your network who is going to be able to provide financial support of some kind, or maybe even just financial advice, or perhaps it's just a situation that is still growing. We have it with the Princess of Cups, which is like the Page of Cups. Now, Page of Cups can bring apologies. It can be a situation where a message may be coming in that is an apology, but I also feel like Page of Cups is a card of new beginnings, and often new beginnings that are emotional in nature. So I don't know if this is a situation where there's like a family business or a marriage that also had some kind of business component to it, or just a marriage maybe where there was a financial dynamic there that is either something about it has changed or it's completely ended. To me, the Princess of Cups implies something new. It could be something new that's emotional, so it could be somebody who just cares very much about you, about what you're doing. It can bring new love potentially, but I do feel almost like this is going to be perhaps a new opportunity for an income that may be coming through somebody who is a friend, who is a caring person, possibly a water sign with cups, which would be Cancer, Scorpio, or your own sign, Pisces. But it does not have to be a water sign. It's just, I do feel like there's some kind of a new financial beginning or new message or new this is not so much of a card of an offer, but there may be a new opportunity through someone that may be right now in your friend group or your business networks. 12th house is your own energy, Pisces energy. So this is about what is hidden. This is about, the Pisces house, again, is Neptune energy, so there may be a lack of clarity there. It can bring inspiration and imagination and psychic gifts, but it's also a house of what's hidden and can also represent what you are afraid of. So we have the Thoth card with the Six of Cups. Okay, so I feel like, okay, what's happening here, whatever is happening right now, whatever endings are occurring, are I'm going to use the phrase karmic in nature. They are definitely connected to the past or a past situation that is repeating itself, or a past situation that still has not resolved itself. Okay, the fact that it's showing up here indicates that it's something, and it may be something that within you that you have not resolved. And now the fact that certain things are coming to an end like this, like I said, there may be some delays and some barriers right now, but whatever's coming to an end needs to come to an end. This is like a karmic kind of a thing. Like, okay, it's time for this particular past pattern to be done. Whatever's going on here, you definitely need to let go of this. And I feel like, it's important to remember that we are about to move into the period of Mercury retrograde. Where this reading covers March 5th through 18th, and retrograde doesn't start till April 1st, but there's what they call the pre-shadow period, and this reading will move into that. So it could be that there are endings that are happening right now because those endings represent the end of a past pattern. Mercury retrograde makes us confront past patterns. It brings things around again, and it gives us an opportunity to resolve them. So I feel like that's the energy that's happening here. And so, but in the meantime, because you're going to be dealing with a Mercury retrograde situation, everything that you may be trying to build right now, there may be a lack of clarity, there may be a lack of cooperation, you may feel like you're on your own, you may feel that certain people that you need aren't there, but this is all moving you away from some kind of a past thing that you've been tied to so that you can move to something new. Now, overall, you have Osiris with the Queen of Discs. So ultimately, I do feel like there's definitely a stability here. In spite of all of these things that may seem like they're falling apart, I don't feel like you are in a situation where, your life is going to fall apart. But I do feel like with this Two of Wands here in the beginning, you are being faced with some decisions right now. But I think you need to make sure, don't make any rash decisions. Keep your feet on the ground. Queen of Discs definitely is this very grounded, earthy, and also supportive kind of energy. So and then we have the Sagittarian energy of Osiris, which has this, which again is very rooted and very grounded. So I feel like it's telling you that overall, remaining grounded. And I do feel like, I know you're a water sign, Pisces, but it seems like amid this change, you definitely do seem to be keeping your feet on the ground, but you may be a bit of an emotional wreck or worried about, some kinds of these shifts and changes that are happening in relationships. or endings that might be coming about in a work situation. Again, it's a general reading, so I can't specifically say, oh, it has to do with this or to do with that. Like, you have to know what's coming and going in your life and how it will apply. But I'm definitely feeling that whatever's going on right now, it's moving you into something newer and better, and it is reassuring you that you have stability right now. Now, let's pull a rune for you. What does Pisces need to know? March 15th, 18th, 2024. Wow, okay. You have the Gaz. Okay. This is, okay. These are big changes incoming here, okay? I'm trying to see how many majors you have in this reading. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 12, okay. But nonetheless, you've got these very strong, kind of rumble here in the house of Scorpio, in the house of transformation. And we are seeing these changes elsewhere and this need to drop burdens. Yeah, this is a 180-degree turn. When the Gaz shows up, it says, you're no longer going to live your life the way you did before. Big change is coming. Standing on your head, turning things upside down, doing things differently. It is a rune of endings, okay? So when the Gaz comes up, you are undergoing a major transformation right now. And I feel like that major transformation has got you a bit rattled, but it is reassuring you here that you are still okay, you are still secure. There is still somebody here who is definitely looking to provide support, even if other things may have fallen away. And whatever is happening here, it is most definitely bringing to an end a past pattern that needs to end. So, yes, you do have some decisions to make. You are definitely trying to operate from this very solidly diplomatic place where you're trying to really think things through. But you may be also just dealing with past situations connected perhaps to career, reputation, maybe even to the father for some people. But there's this Capricorn energy here that may be tying you. You may feel tied to a toxic situation. You may say, well, yes, I need to change this, but I don't think I can because. But it feels like those changes are coming anyway. So, yeah, but this definitely indicates there's a major transformation and a major shift ahead. And the best thing to do is to go with that change, because it is definitely leading you away from repeating a past situation maybe that has been toxic for you. So I hope this reading is helpful to you, Pisces. If you did enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up. Definitely leave me a comment leave me a comment if you choose. And if you do enjoy this channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't done so already. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.